And we're back.
You know what? That deserves one of these. All right, here we go. Episode 202.
This is like fun with other, running friends. So I'm like, I'm going to do it because I knew it would put me in a good mood. You are my BRF.
What's happening, Erika?
There for your victory lap.
Yeah.
Whoa!
How did that happen?
How did you do that?
And all of a sudden I go to zip it up and I'm like, why is the zipper in the front right now? 0 out of 10 on the recommendation scale.
I am literally crying from laughter and from so much love. Oh my God. It's like I see off for your cornhole.
And he just smashed Arnie like that and said, you stay out of this, Arnie. And I thought,
I don't run to stay sober. I get to run because I am.
And there she was, a halo over her head.
No, it's not very true. Okay.
And he steps to the side and just gestures. Here's the tinkle pot.
I don't need to tinkle.
What's up, everybody? And welcome to episode 202 of the On the Runs podcast. It's a new year and it's time to put the Christmas decorations away, but keep the fireplace going and the hot cocoa on the stove because, baby, it's cold outside. But it is going to warm up this weekend for some sunny runs outside before the temps drop again. We've missed you and we have so much to catch up on and we're wicked excited for 2026. But before anything else, I must say hello to my kick-ass rockstar co-host, 6-star Erika. Happy New Year!
Happy New Year! Oh, it feels good to be back. I missed you. It has been way too long since we've done some of this recording.
You missed me. That's a good thing because that means I succeeded at leaving you alone for a solid 5 weeks, with the exception of one day when we all got together and did the Christmas
I usually
episode.
talk to you every day and then just radio silence for a little while.
I hold on 1 second. Pop in that. Celsius, not a beer. It's going to be a late night because we actually have a recording with someone pretty cool coming up soon. It's 8:15. We're starting here on Monday night, and we're recording with someone in an hour.
It's my fault. I messed up our usual Sunday night Tros because I just got to go to the Patriots game. And
How
they
is
actually
that?
won. Dude. All right. Two good things. The Patriots won. That's, of course, one of the best. But number two, I did not freeze. I layered up appropriately and I did not feel freezing cold. I mean, some beer helped, but I was comfortable during this game. It was wonderful.
Beer always helps. I used to go to so many Patriots games with Jay. He hasn't invited me in a while because he has a really cute girlfriend, fiance.
I saw
actually
them.
Now.
Yes, I saw them.
Did you?
I did.
He used to
I
take
made
me
sure
all the time. And he has season tickets, same seats, and the guy who would sit next to him would be like, "You single again?" Every time I would show up. Because he would always take me when he had no girlfriend to take. But I kind of always thought the same thing. It was never that cold in the stadium. Yes, it's an outdoor stadium, but just all the body heat and everything and the beer is flowing.
It works.
It never felt cold. It would be cold outside tailgating.
Oh, yeah.
It never felt cold in there. And one time, I dressed up in a gorilla suit.
Did you really?
Yes. I was Bigfoot.
And
that's also a clue for a future guest, by the way, but that's the only clue I'm ever going to give you guys for this guest. One day I dressed up as Bigfoot at a Patriots game with Jay. It was it Deflategate? I don't think it was Deflategate.
Were you there for that? Oh,
I was there for that with Jay. Yeah, I let the air out of the footballs. I'm Tom Brady's guy.
Yeah.
I was the deflator, as they call him. Yeah.
Way to go,
Tom
dude.
Brady was on my favorite podcast, and I think it dropped today, Monday.
Really?
I haven't listened to it yet, but he was on Spit and Chicklets, a hockey podcast.
Interesting.
I know, that's like the pinnacle. They got Gretzky and Brady, which is cool because they do get guests, and that brings me to something coming up, but they do get guests who aren't always about hockey. They've had golfers and stuff, and they've had some pretty interesting people.
Nice.
They had Tom
Branching
Brady.
out.
Yeah, so they've had Gretzky, the great one. They've had Tom Brady, the GOAT. They still need to get Bobby Orr. You know who Bobby Orr is, right?
Of course I know who Bobby Orr is.
That means Don did a good job raising you. Good job, Don.
He did. Yep.
Good job.
Yep. He's a legend.
That actually brings me to something. I want to bring this up really quick, and then we'll get to some New Year goals that we have.
Yeah.
But people, non-running people on the podcast, what do you guys think? I am going to send out on Thursday a questionnaire. It's going to be like a Survey Monkey type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been building this, and I want you to see it and you to fine tune it. But I'm asking a lot of questions like that. Like, are our episodes too long? Do you think the Tros are too long or too short? Because some people told us recently that they actually really enjoyed this part of the podcast and they wish we talked more in the beginning. Should we separate? Like, we're not going to make any changes, but we want to kind of understand the way everybody feels. So we're going to put something out on Thursday with like 20 questions plus like
Nice.
one box where you can leave any kind of comment and say, you guys
Nice.
suck.
That'll be
guys
valuable
suck.
information.
Yeah.
Help
I
us,
mean, it'll
help
be
us
good.
grow
It'll be
in
good
the
to
new
know
year.
if we suck.
I mean, don't show me those.
Just
nice
be honest.
comments only. You got no. I'm just kidding.
I would love for you guys to do this. And the fact it's going to be like a survey questionnaire, survey monkey or whatever.
Nice.
We won't know who you are. So you can leave truthful comments, right?
Let's go with the compliment sandwiches, you guys. Give us something good, then something we can fix, and then another good thing.
I love
like the
criticism, as I said
compliment
before.
sandwiches.
So I love it. And
Mhm.
only 2 people are sick and tired of 6-7. So you didn't get 6-7 votes to totally nix the 6-7.
Just you wait, buddy. I am in cahoots with somebody, and you're gonna pay for that.
It
Winkety
wasn't
wink,
even my
wink.
fault. It was the girl's fault. I didn't even try for it. In fact, if you notice, I didn't even call you 6-7
I
star.
know. I didn't say anything about it because I'm not gonna be the one to bring it up. So
You
we're gonna
better
leave
be
it
in
at that.
cahoots with somebody about the other 2. Because it's them. It's all them.
I'm not just blaming you. I'm not just blaming
I
you.
do love the 6-7 because it makes people happy. Just like the
Mhm.
music talk. I'm like, if you like Nickelback, that's awesome for you. Which, when I was editing a bunch of episodes for those best of, do you
Mhm.
remember I asked you this question back in like May or June? We did an AMA, and one of the
Mhm.
questions was, is Nickelback good or bad? Do you remember that? Do you remember what you answered?
No. What did I say?
You first said no comment. And
I mean,
then
I can
you
kinda stick
changed.
by
Then
that.
you changed no comment to no, they're not bad. They're good.
I mean, they've got some songs like you can't help but like. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not one to just go shitting on things. So
You go with the flow. Come on. Let's be honest. You go with the flow.
let's just say if Nickelback came on the radio, I wouldn't jump to change the station. I can
That's a
handle
good
it.
answer.
Yeah.
It's a good answer. So happy New Year. What are some
Yeah,
of
dude.
what are some of your goals for the new year here? Let's not talk. There's no New Year resolution. Like, we're just working on ourselves here. What are
Yeah.
some so we talked about this. We're like, what are some goals that you want to like try to do? And you could try this on the 1st of February. You don't need to start on the 1st of the year.
Mm-hmm.
But what are some of your new goals for the new year? What do you got going on this year?
Well, honestly, I'm just going to spend the year trying to step outside of my comfort zone a little bit. And
Oh.
for right now, it means doing more running outside. With Tara and Lindsay and a few other people, we created an on the runs team for Winter Warriors. So
Mhm.
I'm being a little more mindful about like, oh, I've got a run to do. I'll go outside instead of just hopping on the treadmill. So I am trying to force myself to do things that are uncomfortable. And I mean, later on, this is going to mean running more trails, trying to run faster, just being a little more uncomfortable.
Maybe a triathlon?
No. Oh, that was funny. Nice job.
Try
No,
to get
no.
outside of your comfort zone. Get in
I
a
mean-
pool. Just get in a pool. It's the same
But
thing as
swimmies
like
aren't
riding the
allowed, you guys.
Peloton. Get in
Oh,
a pool.
I haven't even been on the bike in a long time. You know what? Honestly,
I
that's
have.
probably pretty uncomfortable for me at this point too. Is riding the bike. I haven't been
What's
on
going
it.
on down there?
It's just covered. Like it's basically like a clothing rack.
Oh, you
in my
mean down there
basement.
like the basement where the bike is?
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
Oh no. Oh, the
I
bike.
thought
not
you were
me.
saying
I'm
down
fine.
there's a little uncomfortable right now.
Oh God, no. Oh no. I'm fine. But I just haven't ridden the bike in a long time. I mean, honestly, that seat doesn't do me any favors.
You can
but-
get a new seat.
Yeah, I think I did, and I still don't like it. I don't know.
Well, you just started. Did you start a Power Zone pack? I think you did, right?
No.
Others
That
did.
was Tara and Lindsay.
Yeah.
I haven't. It just doesn't align well with what KJ gives me because I'm still working with KJ this year. We're gonna push some limits there,
Right.
and I just like to stick to my runs. And I am going to keep doing the strength training.
I need good, nice. Me
Yeah.
too. My goal for this year, and it's funny, Mo and I mentioned it yesterday, Maurice, the
Mhm.
panda,
Yeah.
is to be lift more than runners and run faster than lifters.
There you go. Okay.
That's one of our
I like
goals
that.
for the new year. More strength training, really.
Yeah.
And then my other one, my real one that I wrote down for this
Mm-hmm.
is I want to eat healthier snacks. So less gas station snacks. Like I'm notorious for going to the gas station and getting a bag of chips. And not a little bag. I get the big bag because it's more for your value. But I'm
I
going to
feel
make
that.
more trips to like the grocery store and get like sugar snap peas or something. Healthier snacks, green snacks for work. And snack on healthier snacks. That's my goal. I want to snack on because I want to eat. I'm not going to be fasting. And fasting's just it actually really works, but
it's hard to
never,
fast,
like
especially if you're trying to exercise. Like I know
right.
there are
I'm trying
people
to strength
who
train
work
and all
out
that.
fasted, but that's not the best thing for you.
Well, it's
I mean,
not
I'm not a
bad
nutritionist.
either.
I don't know, but
I want to strength train and I want to run more, which I haven't
you
done.
got to fuel your body.
I haven't been running. Guess the last time I ran?
Oh,
It was with
when
you.
did you run? Really? So
Yeah.
what? That was Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving.
Shit, dude.
Guess
So
how
I know
my
you've-
feet feel?
How they feel?
Yeah.
Better, I hope.
They feel amazing.
Okay, so
So the gout,
it didn't
the
mess
gout
with
was
your
one
skiing.
thing. Yeah, the gout was one thing, but I needed the time off all that marathon training, time off my feet because I would have like wake up in the morning and plantar fasciitis and stuff. It just was getting bad. I would have to like wake up my feet, get the blood flowing and stuff. Now my feet feel amazing every morning when I wake
Good.
up. So it was a good break. Maybe can we talk to a foot expert? Can we get a foot expert? That would be another question. Like, do you like when we have an expert in an area, like a nutritionist, like an Alex Larson on the podcast,
Yeah.
or a physical therapist, or is this like strictly runners only, guys? You let us know. But yeah, my feet feel amazing. I haven't run, but I've been active. I've been working out with Justin at his house,
Nice.
kicking my ass. I've been working out in the gym at work. And I know I posted about it today. Today wasn't the only day I worked out at the gym just to make a
Nice.
post. I've been
Nice,
working
nice.
out there. I've skied 10 times.
10?
10.
Holy crap.
10.
I saw you brought your boys, you brought Adeline, like you're getting out there. So I'm glad you're at least still doing something, even though it may not be
But my
running. Then
foot
that's okay.
isn't doing that motion of running where when you get up on your toes and it flexes. Like, so that's why my foot really has had that recovery time.
Gotcha.
I think I'm no expert, but I diagnosed myself with gout, and maybe it was gout, maybe it was a stress fracture. Don't know, but Google told me one thing.
Hopefully it won't keep doing pain. That was not a sentence. What?
Well, let's get a foot expert on. Anyone know a foot
Sure.
expert, like a shoe expert who can tell me, like, maybe I'm running in the wrong shoe, why I keep getting that planters when I'm in a serious training cycle. It's never affected my run. It only affects me in the morning where I'm like, don't want to get out of bed because it's going to be hurtful to walk.
Oh, maybe
And
you
once
just
I
need to
make it to the
roll.
bathroom and downstairs, I'm good to go. But it's like that whole getting to that bathroom. If I have to go pee and I know the foot, it's like a hobble trying to get there.
Maybe you really do need to just do extra stretches and maybe get like a tennis ball or something and just like work the arch of your foot and kind of
Right.
warm it up a little bit before you start your day.
But let's get a foot expert on and they'll
There we
tell
go.
us. Those are some of my New Year goals. You got yours outside your comfort
respectable,
zone,
yeah.
but you're not, really toughening up yet without doing a triathlon. So
Winter running, trust me, that's enough for me. I'm always frozen solid.
all right. Hey, I know
Yeah.
I said earlier we weren't going to have a guest today, but I changed my mind. I'm indecisive. Lots of things going on. I think if we recorded last night, you went to the Patriots game, I think we would have talked like 90 minutes and caught up. And we have a lot to catch up
Probably.
on. And maybe we do jump on the pod again and drop something on Friday. Maybe not.
Sure.
But we do have an awesome guest today, an ultra runner who runs a ton of miles, and he carries these special wipes with him when he runs. Erika, tell us who we have on the pod today.
We have Sam Pate. He is the creator of Bare Butt Wipes, and it's a personal favorite of ours because it's come in handy quite a few times. So yeah, we got to hear all about his running journey and his journey creating Bare Butt Wipes.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So, guys, enjoy this. And please, if you enjoy this episode and you like it, everything, follow us on Instagram, subscribe to the YouTube channel, check it out. Sam was amazing. Follow Bare Butt Wipes. Buy some Bare Butt Wipes. You're going to love this because
Support
not
small
only,
businesses, yes.
yes, support small businesses because not only are these going to keep your bare butt clean, and they're biodegradable and all those other cool things. But the story of how he manifested this and how it came to be is awesome. So enjoy, guys. This is a great time with Sam from Bare Butt Wipes, and we'll see you on the other side. Our next guest on the pod is a trail runner who has a passion project that he's been growing to help save you and your butts from a code brown. He's a dad of 3 in Tennessee born and bred, but he married a girl from New Hampshire who supported him bringing Bare Butt Wipes to life. If he's not out there running on the trail, you might find him at a race near the porta potties, handing out free samples for your cheeks. Needless to say, we think this is a match made in heaven, and we are wicked excited to have Sam, the creator and founder of Bare Butt Wipes, on the On the Runs podcast. What's up, Sam?
What's up, guys? How y'all doing?
We're doing awesome. Oh, what an intro, Eric.
Oh,
He
yeah.
always nails those. And man, it's so cool to find out that you have some roots up in New Hampshire. And I mean, honestly, this is kind of a match made in heaven if you think about it, because all we do,
Yeah.
we talk about poop, and you are there to save the day.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, my father-in-law actually went to Pinkerton Academy.
Very nice. Very nice.
Just down the road from us,
For real.
man.
Mhm.
Yeah.
How did you meet your wife then? If she's in New Hampshire, and you're in Tennessee, how did the two of you connect?
So her mom is from Clarksville, which is another suburb of Nashville. And her dad was in the military. And so there is a base there in Clarksville. And they met, started dating, got married. And then when they were up in New Hampshire, her mom was wanting to come back home, came back home, and just happened to land a little bit even further north than Hendersonville and landed in Portland, Tennessee. And then her mom became a teacher, brought her to Hendersonville, the same school I went to, and the rest is history. We started dating freshman year of high school and kind of dated on and off. And then after senior year into college, we ended up hitting it off again and got married at senior year of college.
Oh, that's awesome. Eric loves a good love story.
Yeah.
He's always
Yeah, we
prying
got
into
some good
the
ones on the
love
pod.
lives.
Yeah. Well, I love her roots up in New Hampshire. We visit New Hampshire at least once a year. So I go ice fishing on Lake Winnipesaukee every year.
Well, it's that
All
time of
right,
year.
so you like to come in the wintertime.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that a little bit of a change for you? Because down south, I lived in Charlotte, North Carolina. I spent some time in Tennessee. My first ever football game was a Tennessee Volunteers game, actually. But up here, it's drastically different in the winter than what it is down
Yes.
there. I would wear shorts in the middle of January down south. And up here, it's like, even right now, it's freaking cold. Lakes are frozen over.
Mhm.
Yeah, it is a huge change. Like last week, I mean, Tennessee, you get all 4 seasons. So it's always a hit or miss. It could be 50 degrees, 30 degrees, or 70 degrees. And last week it was 70 degrees. Today it was 30. So it's just like a huge swing in temperatures. So your body's always like, what is going on? Like, what do I need to be prepared for?
Be like, please just stay 70. I just want the 70s.
Yeah,
Damn it.
exactly.
70 and a bluebird day would be nice.
Mhm.
So so you're Tennessee born and bred just outside Nashville. What's the running scene down there like? We do know some people there. They used to have a podcast called the Trail Trash Podcast. I think you're really big into trail running. What's the running scene down there?
Well, the running scene is pretty slim pickings. It's not as vibrant as probably like the Knoxville area has a lot more trail scene. And I did go to UT Knoxville for college, but at the time I was not in the trail running scene at all. Since then I've gone back and I've seen what all I missed out on. But here in like Middle Tennessee, there's just not enough mountainous area, like there is in the Smoky Mountains. So the trail running scene is kind of a hit or miss. There's a few trails you can get on. But if you really want to get some good training in or good racing, you have to go more east Tennessee.
Gotcha. So what got you into running to begin with before you started picking up the trail running thing?
Yeah. Well, when I was in high school, I played football,
Okay.
and it really started off even when I was younger, and I did not like baseball very much. So my parents were like, "Well, you got to play. Like, we think
Pick
you
a
need to play a
sport, something.
sport.
Do something.
Yeah, pick a sport." And funny enough, like in Tennessee, it wasn't big at the time. It's grown a lot more, but I picked up hockey, and so I played inline and ice hockey all growing up. And then that just kind of got real out of hand because being in the suburb of Nashville, they did not invest into our small community for an ice
Oh.
rink. So we would always have to drive all the way down to Nashville. And over the years, as Nashville has grown and it's just gotten, it became to get more expensive. So we just ventured down the road of like, well, we like team sports. So what can we do? And it just inevitably was football.
There you
And
go.
so picked up football and played that all through middle school and high school. And really come my senior year, I was just, senior year ended and, I was starting to, gain weight just because I was used to like working out every single day, eating a lot of food, and not really like having to worry about it. And I thought, man, like if I don't change something now, I'm just going to be,
I feel that.
yeah, that guy that is like, I remember the good old days, back in high school. And so I started picking up running because it was just a very attainable thing to do. I didn't have to go get a gym membership or anything. I could just go and run a few miles and call it a day. So that's really how I kind of got into it. And then over that interest, it kind of built upon itself and started learning more about like the Boston Marathon, which is like at the time with my lack of knowledge, it was like that was the only marathon I knew. I didn't even know there were like 6 major marathons, I guess now 7, to go and try to accomplish running them all. Nor did I know I thought it was like any marathon, like you just paid and you got to run it, And so, that was not the case, especially being the young age that I was, being below like that 35-year-old cutoff, the pace you have to hit is like pretty ridiculously hard.
Unfair. It's very unfair.
It is. It's so unfair. And so anyways, I was just trying to run like they had a rock and roll marathon here in Nashville, and I was like, you know what, I'll go try to do that. And that one, like from everyone I've spoken with, and I've run it several times, I'm like, the half marathon is great. Like it's so much fun. You're running through Music City. You got bands all over the place. But then the back marathon, the back half of the whole race is like in this park that nobody goes and cheers you on. There's very few bands, and it's the hilliest part of the whole race. And it's
figures.
just it's miserable. And I was able to get good times there, but nothing like not a BQ. And so with that being kind of my overarching goal to attain, I started looking at like, okay, where are some flat races that I can, try to get my speed.
Flat's where it's at.
Yeah, toned in
Eric
for.
begs to differ, but hey.
Yeah, you need the downhill races. Those are the best. But anyways, I was like, just doing some research, and there's a race up in Illinois called the Last Chance BQ, and I'm sure that there's several named the same thing, but that was the one that I found. And so that was kind of the first race that I ever kind of traveled to go do. But so we went up to Illinois and ran the race, and I hit under 3 hours.
Yeah.
And this was like right at COVID time. So like races were kind of up in the air. Like, are they going to do it? Are they not? This race, they did it. You kind of had a staggered start, as probably a lot of runners can remember.
Yeah.
And then, but getting that BQ, that was, they had canceled the Boston Marathon that year. Or I forget if they canceled it or if they had just had it.
They canceled it twice, actually.
Okay.
Well,
so they canceled it.
They moved it.
Well, they canceled it when COVID happened the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then they canceled it the second year in a row, but then they ran that one in October.
Okay, yes. And then that, I guess the year that it started back like on the normal time in April, that was the one I applied for, and they accepted me in. And it just so happened that it was the day of my birthday, so it was on Monday, April the 18th. I think it's 2021.
What a day!
Yeah. So it was such a fun race. I'm used to running with like my like AfterShokz headphones on, and I was so surprised that like even when I was playing music or a podcast, like it was so loud from the start of the race to the end of the race, you couldn't even hear your music. And I was like, this is the most live event I've ever run, and it was insane. It was so much fun.
Is that your only
Boston
major?
delivers.
Because I just ran New York City.
Yeah.
I had the same experience. It was a nonstop party, with the exception of the bridges, which was still
Yeah.
a cool experience, but it was nonstop. And my thought was, I love the Boston Marathon. I never run it. I go and watch it with Erika. We do it at mile 19.2. But I'm like, how can any other race beat New York after I experienced that? And it sounds like you had the same experience.
Oh my goodness. I mean, yeah, the Boston Marathon was by far. So to answer your question, I've done Boston in that same year. I did Chicago later in the year. So I've done those two, and now I guess all I'm lacking is New York to get all three of the U.S. based ones. But
now,
like
I have to ask, because I know Erika wants to know, how do you rank Boston and Chicago? That's an ongoing thing here. Erika really wants to know.
No brainer. Boston beats Chicago.
You know what that gets, Erika?
That's right.
I keep telling them though,
right.
I need a redo at Boston because I ran it the year of the terrible, terrible weather in 2018. So I didn't get the crowds like everybody else did. So I need a redo. Yeah. And then I can reevaluate.
Is that the year? Yeah, I think is that the year Des won?
It is, yeah. 2018. The monsoon.
Oh yeah,
year.
that was a bad year. Mine was pretty good. It was beautiful.
We had a while ago, a couple years ago, we had Catherine Switzer on the podcast for our 100th episode. And if you don't know who she is, she's the first woman to ever run the Boston Marathon. She was chased by this guy, right? It was in 1967. And she goes, it was the worst running weather ever. The only marathon that's ever had worse weather was 2018. And Erika goes, that was my year.
No way.
And she's like, Erika, you're unbelievable what you did that day.
Yeah.
So many people who ran it was nuts. But hey, we did it. It still counts. I need a shot with the crowds. That's gonna it might change my mind, but Chicago is like firmly planted number one for me.
For sure. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, Chicago is like everyone says it's like super flat, which obviously it is very flat, but I just think Boston, the setup of it, the history of it, I just think is a lot cooler. Chicago is Chicago felt more of like the rock, or just like probably your average marathon feel. It didn't feel like as cool as a major as Boston does.
People turn out though. I had the experience you did with the didn't even need the headphones because people were just so loud. There's so much going on. You're like, where do I look? There's like I don't know. There's too much stimulation, and it just made it go by really fast. So I can't complain.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the year that we did the Boston, or when I ran Boston, there's a section on it that's like right beside a fire hall, and like right when we were passing that was like right where my family had set up, and like there was an emergency of some sort, and they like pulled the fire truck out like they're in the middle of the race, and I'm like, that's crazy.
Wow.
I mean, I guess you have to do that.
It makes sense, but I've never heard of that happening before.
Yeah, I was like, this is wild. Yeah.
Well, congratulations on your Boston. I mean, that's incredible. You actually got to run it. Do you have any plans to do any more besides New York, trying to get the American majors out of the way? Or do you have any plans of doing the rest?
Yes, I do. It probably is just going to be something that I'm like always trying to achieve. Right now, with like running bare butt wipes, and the other work that I do, it's just like I have so much on my plate right now, and all my
Understandable.
boys. I have 3 boys. They're all under the age of 5. So
Your
it's just
hands
like,
are full.
yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah,
man.
Eric can
yeah. Just
relate.
getting out the train is good enough right now.
Good,
It's
good.
it's you know what? I'm impressed because like one thing you and I have talked quite a bit last year.
Uh huh.
By the way, this is dropping in January, so that's why. Um,
Awesome.
you and I talked quite a bit last year, and I was just super impressed because you got 3 kids, I got 3 kids. They're all very young,
Uh
and
huh.
we have this passion project on the side of our real lives of being dads and having real jobs. I even think you work for yourself, and then you're a dad, and you got everything else. Plus, you're building Bear Butt Wipes. And
Yeah.
let's get into that a little bit. Let's get into just your busy life. What do you do? How did you come up with this Bear Butt Wipes dream? Tell us a little bit about that side of your life.
Yeah, for sure. So, like I said, when I was in college, that was really when I got the real big bite of running consistently and higher mileage. And so when I graduated from college, I actually got a degree in supply chain from the University of Tennessee, Knoxville, and got a job at Dollar General. The headquarters are here in Tennessee, and so I was working in corporate America for 2.5 years, and as you can tell, I'm very entrepreneurial, and so I've always viewed myself as either owning or running a business. You know, the dream of starting a business had kind of always been there. I'm a big fan of the podcast How I Built This, and so like hearing starter stories was always an inspiration of mine. I just really didn't know, what it would be or how I would do that. But so during my time in corporate America, obviously COVID happened. And at the time I only had one baby. I was trying to get the Boston qualifier. So I was going out on tons and tons of long runs on the weekends when it was more attainable to do that.
Mhm.
And when I would go out, uh, since it was COVID, everything was shut down. Like the community bathrooms would be closed down. Like you couldn't do anything. Like you literally just had to either go home, find a porta potty, or squat behind a tree. And more often than not, I was finding myself squatting behind a tree. And so I would, after one time, you kind of learn your lesson. You're like, all right, I'm going to start running with some toilet paper. And so I just have like a running belt, and I would just take some toilet paper, roll it up, shove it in my running belt, and take off. Well, when you would get out on your long run, you obviously start sweating, and I would sweat through that running belt, and my toilet paper would just have dissolved.
Oh
It was like
no.
one of those Listerine strips on your tongue, just like, where did my toilet paper even go?
Poof.
Yeah, exactly. And so it was like, you know what? I'm losing a lot of socks here. Like we need to figure out a solution of like, what are we going to do? Cause this is
Mhm.
getting expensive.
Yep. Not only
Uh,
is that going to tank your long run, like having to stop and do your business,
y-
but losing a
yeah,
sock in the process, that's gonna cause more
exactly.
problems.
So anyways, like again, back to, being interested in how I built this. A lot of the starter stories that you hear of products is like they were they were created out of a necessity to a interest or hobby that they had, and there was no solution to whatever that was.
Mm.
And so they just went out and thought, you know what, how about I just go create this solution if I can't find it. That was always like in the back of my mind, but I was like, surely someone's created this. Like someone's created some type of convenient solution to just like throw into a running bag and go off. Well, the more that I kind of pondered over it and thought about it, which I did during these long runs, I thought, I can't think of any brand, so I just did some market research. Couldn't really find anything, and so we had just had our first baby. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna take some wipes in a Ziploc bag and
Yep.
roll with it.
That's what
So
I
I
did.
did that, and obviously, that works. However, baby wipes are like made of plastic, so they don't biodegrade. They don't
Right.
break down. And so I started thinking like, okay, well there might be something with this idea. And so I started like kind of dreaming up of, how would I create something like this? Cause I need more than one wipe, but if you made it big enough, you could get by with like two
Mhm.
oversized wipes. And, ideally I was wanting to just like kind of do it all in one package, but you know, down the road I'll kind of explain how I got to the design of the packaging itself. But that's kind of where I got. So I just went on Amazon and ordered a vacuum sealer, and that came in the mail. I took the wipes from the baby wipes just to kind of have something to start the idea with, and I just shoved them in there, vacuum sealed 3 sides, and then all 4 sides, and then cut little slits in it, so that way whenever I got it, I could just rip it
Smart.
freely
Yes.
and go.
I
And
want to tell you a story.
yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
You're fine. You're fine.
I want to tell you a story just before you go on too much here. I want to tell you like something about how we came up with our name. And you seem to be very smart. You're an entrepreneur kind of guy. You listen to the startup podcast. I always thought I have all these awesome ideas, but I don't know how to turn that idea into an actual product, right?
Right.
The way we came up with our name On the Runs is a little bit of a story where, of course, we had code browns during our long runs, but we actually have a friend. So I did the baby wipe thing.
Yeah.
And we're talking about starting a podcast, but we don't yet have a name. And Erika and I have a mutual friend who does a lot of hiking, and she's into all she has these during hikes, right? And she is prepared.
Yeah.
And I mentioned how I take baby wipes and I put them in a plastic baggie. And she goes, "You know those aren't biodegradable." She like yells at me because it's just the way her
Gotta
voice
leave
is.
no trace.
Right.
Yes.
And I'm like, yeah, of course. I put them back in the plastic baggie. Yeah. While I'm sharing the story with Erika and a few others as we're running and saying like, oh my God, I felt like I was getting yelled at. I go, that's the name of our podcast because there's a gas station here called Mobile. I was like, we need to create this where it's biodegradable so Danielle doesn't yell at me. And I'm like, there's a gas station called Mobile On the Run. And I was like, we'll call it On the Run. And then I just went, no, On the Runs.
Yes. I love that. That is awesome.
It had to do with the baby wipe story where I got yelled at because they're not biodegradable. And as we get into it, these are.
Exactly. And so, and that played a big role into me, like needing to figure a solution out. And so, and again, like growing up in Tennessee, there's not a lot of like trails to run on. There's a lot of walking trails everywhere, but like I grew up hiking, backpacking, camping. So, the more I thought about it, I'm like, you know what? Not only in my running do I have this problem, but I've had this problem in just enjoying the outdoors my entire life. Because, when you're backpacking, like you're trying to be minimalist, but like to pack, to be prepared like that, like there's really no easy solution other than just like taking a roll of toilet paper and throw it in your bag and then it gets crushed and disintegrates like my running belt did.
Yep.
And so I was like, well, maybe I kind of have something here. And that's when like I was going on my runs and I was sitting down and my wife's heard a million of my my entrepreneurship journey ideas. And I'm like, no, I think this is one that she was like, you know what? That's actually pretty good. And that's when I honestly on a run, I was like, what could I name it? Like I've always loved like brands that have funny gimmicky names, but they make sense. And so like you can say it and you know exactly what the product is, and you can look at the logo and you know exactly, what it is. And so that was my desire when I was creating the name. And I just kind of thought bears are in the outdoors. And you have a bare butt, how about we just play on that word and call it bare butt wipes. And so that's kind of how I generated the name, like came up with it. And then down the road, that's what led me into, like creating the logo, because the logo kind of has a B. And then if you kind of turn on its side, it has the W for wipes. So anyways,
I'm staring at your hat and I was like, I see it. I do.
Yes.
Yeah.
It has 2 B's.
Mm-hmm.
If you think about it has a capital and a lowercase.
B's. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then
so I
the
thought
W
a lot into it.
also looks like
I'm
cheeks.
like, wait. It does look like cheeks.
Yeah, if you look at it like that.
Yep. Turn that.
Yeah, exactly. So, I gave it a lot of thought. But this was all in 2021, right? So like right at the middle of COVID times. And so I thought of the idea, did the market research, but right at the same time, I was starting to kind of get um, not unsettled, but just, I wasn't itching the scratch that I needed, itched, working in corporate America. And so, I thought, what's the next step for myself? And, growing up, it was, the way that I worked was always like, hands-on landscape work. It was like hard labor. It was not like trying to go out and just get, an average fast food job or grocery sacker,
Right.
anything like that. It was always motivated to go do, hard labor. And so, knowing that about myself, my dad, and I grew up with the son, but he was friends with the father who owned a heating and air business in our community and had owned it for the past 40 years. And, my dad mentioned it to me like, hey, this might be a good investment, good pivot if you're ever interested in it because you enjoy working with your hands. And at the time I was still in college and I was like, yeah, I mean, that sounds cool, but I feel like I'm too young. Like I need to get my foot in the door, and which is why I went down the corporate America trajectory. And
But
from
at the
there,
same
like,
time, you're a dad with kids. Like, you need health
yeah,
insurance too. Like, it's easy to
exactly.
take a chance when you have nobody that you're responsible for besides yourself.
Things change.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, a ton of, yeah. I've told so many people who I guess they're my age whenever I first had my kid, and one guy was like, you know what, I need to start growing up. Like I can't, be out late anymore. I said, oh, hey, just get married, have some kids, and you will mature faster than you can snap your fingers. It just forces you to be so selfless. Um, but in any case, like I thought, you know what, maybe I should venture down, like trying to see if I can, get into HVAC and learn heating and air. I had no background in it, but I do have a desire to learn and have ambition and, a hard work ethic. And I knew that I could do it if I was given the opportunity. And so at this time, it's probably had been 5 years since, that the idea had even been brought up to me. And, I was looking at it, and I can't take any credit. I think that the Lord put it on my heart and mind to think of it this way. But I was 24 at the time, and I thought, like I kind of did that self analysis of like a 10 years out, and I said, if I stay at my job now, in 10 years, I'm gonna kind of silo myself into to only being mono focused into like what I'm good at in corporate America and retail space. But if I take the leap and go buy this business, like I'll have a decade of experience by the time I'm 34, still young. My kids have, grown up a lot more to where they're a little bit more manageable as far as scheduling goes. I know it still gets crazy, but they're able to brush their teeth on their own and bathe themselves.
It's the little things. It helps though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Wipe their
uh,
own butts.
wipe their own butts. Yes,
It's a thing.
exactly.
I'm in the thick of it right now, man. No
Yeah,
diapers, but lots of accidents.
exactly. And so I just, I had that mindset, and I ventured into asking the owner, hey, like, would you consider, selling to me? And just so happened that he was starting to shop it around with a broker, investment broker for private equity. And, I kind of caught him right in time to where I was able to exclude myself from that deal,
Mhm.
and, developed the business plan, and went and presented that to our local bank, and they approved me for an SBA loan, and me and my dad went in 50-50 partners into this HVAC business. And knowing that, I had the desire to start Bare Butt Wipes. That's when I had the idea, but I knew, priority, has to take advantage over, just a desire and a thought of what something could be. So anyways, I put Bare Butt Wipes on the back burner in 2021. Kind of wanted to learn the trade, not having any background. I had to, you know, earn the respect of all my employees who had been with the company for 30 years.
Right.
Uh, they're all in their 50s, approaching 60s, and I'm 24 buying this business and I know nothing about it. So it was a lot of, hard sweat equity that I had to put out in order for them to say, all right, I think he's worth his 2 cents of what he says he was going to do.
Mhm.
So, anyways, fast forward,
Well, before we do fast forward real quick, back to your
Yeah.
logo, because I feel like logos are so important with brand identity, and Erica and I have changed our logo so many times. And we had what we call code browns because toilet paper on our logo originally looked like little swimmers, if you know what I mean. We actually one of our first logos we drew who is now known as Stooley, the poop emoji, but we didn't go with that right away for a few reasons. I think you have a story about that too, because your logo is great with the 2 B's, the W, and the cheeks.
Yes.
But there's also a bear.
Yes.
Tell me the story about the bear.
Yeah, so the bear. So when I was developing the logo and the idea of what it could be, I really wanted it to kind of pop. So a lot of the time you do hear of these other companies and how they started and how they came about their color scheme or their like the look of what they had, and so it was presentable and eye catching. And so all I did was I went into Walmart, went to the wipe section, and just did an easy analysis of like, what colors do I not see, but what products are catching my eye. And obviously, everyone's heard of Dude Wipes. Dude Wipes has dominated the home market, and they are in most every man's bathroom. And so their packaging is great. It's black. It's perfect for guys. Like before even seeing the name of the product, you're like, black. Oh, that's probably a guy's product. Like easily. When it's right there beside like a pink and purple product. And so
Not only that, their marketing is like really good.
Yeah, their marketing is great. It's hard to compete with that. Like they are hilarious. I watch like the brand partnerships that they do are so funny. But I looked at that and I said, you know what? Like there's, what are my interests? What is the market that I'm wanting to get into? My interests are anything outdoors. It didn't have to just be running, but it was anything outdoors. I do like hunting, and so orange kind of played a role in that. Orange is eye catching. I also happened to go to the University of Tennessee, Knoxville, which their primary color is orange.
All right.
And so I kind of took the orange and embraced that. And then I wanted to throw in more of like a natural like color, which was like those 2 different tones of greens that kind of bring you to that feel of being in the forest.
It definitely translates. I get the outdoor vibes. Absolutely.
It looks so good too.
Yeah.
Like the orange looks amazing.
Yeah. And so, taking those 2 approaches, I thought, if I put my product up beside all the other wipes at Walmart, I think someone's going to see that orange and they're going to pull it off the shelf and know immediately this is for my backpack. It doesn't have to go into my home bathroom. Like this is going to be, my outdoor wipe.
Right.
And really that's been my idea is like, Dude Wipes has penetrated the home market, but I'm looking to penetrate the outdoor market. I want to be in every outdoorsman's backpack or runner's belt or, biker's kit or hunter's clean kit. Like I want to be in anything that is associated with the outdoors. And I know that like Dude Wipes has taken over the home. So that's kind of my approach and kind of the journey into where I'm wanting to take it.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That's, for everyone on YouTube, you see it right now. It's a great logo. The 2 colors really mesh well. I don't know if you already do this, but our blue, we call OTR blue, on the runs blue. I'm going to call that Bare Butt Wipes orange going forward. Like
that's right.
It's not just orange, it's BBW orange.
BBW orange. That's on the Crayola, the label.
Yes.
BBW orange.
You look at it, it says Bare Butt
that's
orange.
Right. That's
I love it. I love the logo, but the bear now, the bear was part of the original logo, and it used to be on your Instagram. Maybe I can't find it right now, but I knew about this bear and I loved him. And keep telling us about the bear here.
Yeah, so the bear is on the website. But then there's also I had one guy who was helping me try to figure out what the logo was going to look like. And at first I was wanting to, since I was wanting to do the outdoors, I really was going to try to embrace like like the national parks patches and like kind of go after that type of look and make the packaging look like a patch. That was one of the initial ideas, or make it look like the you're entering Yellowstone sign. Like I was going to use the brown in that I guess muted brown color and kind of go off of that, or even Smokey the Bear type of theme. But then I thought, well, maybe I should have like a character like you guys have, because that could create some some.
It's a good talking point.
Yeah, a great talking point.
Like I got mine right here. Here we go. There's still
exactly. But then the more I thought about that, I'm like, okay, well, Charmin already does it.
Oh,
Smokey the Bear. Like there was going to be a lot of probably like copying that I was going to do. And on top of all that, it's really hard. Like there's two types of bears. There's either ferocious bear, or there is like a cute cuddly bear. But there's no in between. And I was finding it really hard to make that. And on top of all of it, I wanted something that, because it's going to be in the outdoors, so like hiking, camping, running, I wanted something to be able to put onto like a tent or a tablecloth,
right?
And like putting a bear, replicating that onto those types of merchandise, like it was going to be really hard. And I've always enjoyed being able to just look at a logo and knowing what it's connected to. And so that's what made me go away from focusing solely on like a mascot style and going more so towards the logo. Because trust me, my wife was like totally about the mascot. But I was like, I don't know. Like, I think I need to be super delicate, because this is all self-funded. I've bootstrapped this whole thing. Like, when we pay for something, it's literally out of my kids' pocket. Like my kids can't eat if no.
It helps you be super focused on where your money is going, and making sure it goes to the right places. That's going to help your business and bring in more money. So I totally understand.
Yeah.
Well, I bring that up only because like in all the research I've done growing this podcast, I learned so we went through that. I'm like, I don't want the poop emoji, not yet. And we brought Stooley back after like 100 episodes.
I was even hesitant
years.
when we were going to bring him back. I'm like, are you sure you want to do this? Like, give up our logo, like the ones that we have on our sweatshirts. That was pretty much it. And then like they had us as little running guys in the bottom corner. And I was like, are you sure? Because it goes from being like professional to like whimsical. And I was like, do we want to make that jump? So I was a little reluctant, but in the end, I'm glad we did.
Well, and the other part was that we didn't want, like everyone just thinks all we talk about is poop. And that's not the case. Like we talk about range. Amazing running stories, and the Code Brown doesn't need to be an actual Code Brown. It's just a, oh crap moment. And we want to hear those stories too. But in all my research, like I would stay up so late at night researching like what to do for marketing, what to do for logos. I learned like you're supposed to have 5 logos, and this is your primary logo, right? Yes. So you have like, think of Dunkin' Donuts. There's so many, there's 5 different Dunkin' Donut logos. There's the primary, but then you have just the 2 Ds, and now they're going to just Dunkin', and the other logo is the cup with Dunkin'. Yeah. So you have a primary, a secondary, a simplified logo, usually a transparent one, and then really an animated logo. And this is kind of like Stooley's the fun logo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you throw them in on some fun things. And I hope you do. And your website is great, because one thing, the bear necessities are awesome.
Yes.
But you have the bear here, and it looks like he's camping. And then if you click on another one, the bear's riding a mountain bike with the backpack and probably has his bear butt wipes. Like, I love the bear. I love the bear. I want to say the one I keep remembering was more animated, like Stooley here, where this bear looks amazing. So did you name the bear?
I have not named the bear. I need to.
Yes.
I need to name the bear. I'll probably have my kids name the bear.
It's going to end up being like Barry McBear or something, like Bodie McBoatface, Barry McBearface.
Yeah.
But I love the process, and that's why I'm asking some of these questions, because they're so relatable to us growing our podcast,
Yeah.
to you growing your company here, Bare Butt Wipes, because it just seems like you're so passionate and you're like, this is my thing. I'm going to make this happen. Like, you manifest it, but at the same time, we do the work.
He worked
Yeah.
hard. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that, so one thing that I really relate to in wanting to buy other people's products, even if there's like multiple choices out there, because obviously like there are multiple choices for wipes, right?
Mhm.
Like Bare Butt Wipes is not your only choice. But what I want is to create a, like, for someone to look at the person that created the product, me, and say, wow, he created this not just as a gimmick to like profit off of. He created this as a complete necessity. Like if Bare Butt Wipes never like did anything, it's still a product that I would put into my running belt personally every single day until I ran out of the rest of my inventory.
Mm.
Yeah.
And that's like true to its root. Like that is exactly why I chose to make that leap of faith and take the chance on myself and see if I could bootstrap the brand or the product itself. And you know, it's risky, it's stressful, it's hard. But at the end of the day, like I have such good feedback. I have like what you guys hear all the time, code brown stories galore. Like
Yeah.
everybody who you get the people that don't want to talk about it, but you get that eye contact that says, I have a story.
I know that you know that I know that you know, like that kind of
Yeah,
thing. Like,
exactly. And so like it's such a great thing. But like being able to sponsor events and like get the brand awareness out there. My biggest thing is like I want to run as many races as I can to show that you can still train, you can bootstrap it, you can make it in America, you can sell it, and it right now it's not my primary company, not my primary job, but it's something that I pursue when I like at night and as much as I can to get it out to everybody that would need it. But I'm still out training. I'm still out running races. I just completed my first 100-mile race 4 weeks ago, and
congratulations.
Not a
yeah, I
big
appreciate
deal.
it. Yeah, right. And that was the first race that ever let me sponsor them, and that was our 1 year anniversary to the day. And so it was really cool getting to do that. And again, it was my first 100-miler. So it was such a cool experience to get to have, but it was the hardest thing I've done for
Tell
sure.
me more, Sam. I'm very invested in this. Like, it's super cool that not only was it an event that you were able to sponsor, but it was one that you put the work into to train and run. So, which race was this? Was it like a trail, mountain kind of? Just tell me everything. Tell me it all.
Yeah, so it was a trail race. It is in Tennessee. It actually goes across the Tennessee border into Kentucky.
Oh,
And so the race is called No Business 100. And it is a 100-mile foot race on trails. And so you get over the entire course of the race, you gain 14,000 feet of elevation.
oh, that's no joke.
It was really hard. My goal was was a lot of people were gonna be like, "Are you serious?" But it was to get under a sub 24, and I didn't quite get there. I did get it in 26 hours, so you know, still good for my
That's legit. That
first
is
one.
excellent.
Yeah, but it was like the pains that you get from that. It I've always told people that obviously they're like, that's crazy. How can you do that? It's like, well, when you run so much, like you can do it. I think the biggest thing that nobody ever thinks about, I guess if they're not a runner, is that you have to be able to intake the proper fueling in order to get to the finish line. If you can run lots of long runs in average, like if your average is like 60 miles a week, you can run a 100-mile race.
Mm.
You can stay on your feet for that long. However, if you can't eat and do it at the same time, you're toast.
That is the
And
key.
so yeah, so that it's like for me, I think I'm inspired to do it because it's like a chess game, and I always like challenging myself. I guess that shows in like, you know, juggling so many things right now. And but you also have to figure out when's the right move to speed up, slow down, because like over even doing the race, like I feel like I had a great result, but even looking back, I'm like, well, I shouldn't probably have gone out that fast. Should have slowed it down. I should have, changed my shoes out here and then done different,
See, it's all a
little
learning
things.
curve. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have one under your belt now. Do you think you're gonna do another one to see where those improvements can come into play, or are you like one and done?
No, I think I'll do one again, especially being this involved into the trail scene.
Mm.
It's just inevitable. Like there's so many races that I'm connected with. And a lot of the perks to like being able to sponsor some of the races is they do give you like an entry. So as many as I can, I wanted to try to pursue, but it is a lot on the body, so it takes a long time to recover.
That's true.
And so it's not something that I'm probably going to be like Andy Glaze and
Oh,
doing
God.
one once a week.
He is the exception to the rule.
His
Yeah,
kids
right.
are older too. Like you just let
Right.
your kids get a little older.
True.
Once Bare Butt Wipes blows up, you could do that.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Just that's my job. It's like I'm just a traveling poop runner.
So one quick question.
We'll join you.
Yeah.
What exactly did your sponsorship of this race entail?
So typically, how it works is like if I can attend it,
Mm-hmm.
then I'm able to set up a booth and set up my tent and basically treat it like a convention, like a
Okay.
running convention. And you kind of just get to shake the hands of the racers and family members that are coming to support. And I think that that's so fun because I really get to bump shoulders with them and tell them like truly where my heart is in creating the product. And a lot of times I'm met with, oh my word, you created this? Oh my word, you did this in like 1 year? And it's like, yeah, I mean, you can do it if you put your mind to it. Now I will say like creating it and then taking it to the next step and like carrying it forward and managing it all is it's like way more challenging after having the product than just like creating the product. But I do know that it like just creating it is such a challenge for so many people. But I guess that was one of the things that wasn't something that held me back. It was like that was the easiest process of it. Where I'm at now has now become the hardest process of just like nobody knows of Bare Butt Wipes until I've presented it to them.
Right.
There you go. You might need this. You
Yeah.
got 100 miles ahead of you. There you go.
Well, let's go back to that easy process before you were rudely interrupted by me to talk about logos. Then we got off track with No Business
Eric.
100. But the process of creating this product was pretty cool because you actually were very involved. It wasn't just like you click here and you say, hey, I want you to make this. You went to the factory. You got to see it. You got to learn how to package it. You even got to sign your very first wipe.
Oh,
I did. So me and my wife, so I just reached out to the company that I found and we kind of put together like what my desires were. And then we finally kind of mocked up a draft of it. And I liked it. And then I wanted to come out and just, you're doing this cold. Like you've never met these people and you're like, are you real? Are you not?
Oh,
like I'm not
right.
about to just, write you a check and hope that the product shows up. So what I did was they were more than happy to welcome me out there. And so me and my wife flew out and got to meet the developers and the manufacturer and we got to tour their facility before even putting in our order. And so from there, we really got to figure out exactly what we wanted, how it was going to be put together, the lead time, and a lot of the supply chain logistics behind how it's developed. After you submit like your logo and your colors and order the product itself, like you have to order the wipes and the solution. You have to develop all of that, and then it goes into production. And so we did that, and then it was like 4 months later is when the production hit in the first run of it happened. So we went out, me and my wife did, and then when we were going for the first run of wipes, when they were creating the first set of inventory, I flew back out there by myself, re-met with them, and then I kind of got to tour around while they were creating the product. and I took the first one off the line and I got to sign it and keep it as a memento.
Oh,
But it was super cool getting to see the whole setup of it. Going through the process of figuring out like the solution, ingredients and like what all went in it. And, one thing that I did, and you'll see like on the packaging, is I've made it fragrance free and unscented. And the reason that I did that was because so many people, or there's actually a large majority of people that their skin is very sensitive to fragrance. But also, not only that, like if you're a hunter, you don't want a fragrance. You're not trying to be, your scent to be picked up. And so again, back to the whole like the origin story is like, I'm wanting this to be applicable to so many different, like industries and niche sports. And hunting is one of them. And so, making it unscented, fragrance free is great on all skin types. It's dermatologist approved, but also that allowed the pH level to be a neutral pH, so that way women can use it and they aren't going to risk having bacterial infection. And so that was a whole other aspect to it that kind of can go unnoticed, but I do want to, I'm a male, and so I've had to lean on my wife for this help. But you have to think of all the different scenarios of it. And honestly, wipes are probably for the outdoors. Wipes are probably most applicable for women, not men. And so like that was something that could have easily gone unnoticed if I didn't have my wife right there with me doing it.
It's good to have a different point of view.
Yeah.
Now, one of the key ingredients or highlighted things here is made with biodegradable plant cloth fibers.
Yes.
Tell me, if I have a code brown on the trail,
yes,
and I go squat behind a tree and use this, and that little hole you dig that you take the number 2 in and then you fill it in with some leaves, can I leave this wipe in the woods in that hole?
You can leave the wipe. Obviously, there are several national parks that are going to tell you that you need to pack it out. So I don't want to say that you have like.
But it's not going to destroy the environment. This thing is going to,
Correct. It will not destroy the environment that you leave it behind if you so choose. But I will say I have tested it out. Like if you leave it without even digging a hole, if you leave it in your backyard after a solid 2 to 3 days of like a hard rain, it's already starting to break down. And so it is truly a biodegradable wipe that you can feel confident and comfortable leaving behind. But if you obviously want to pack it out, then by all means you can do so.
Now Danielle can't yell at me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now we got to convert Danielle.
Yes.
She's probably already got some. I got to ask her.
Right. I used these for the first time back in November in New York, and it was so clutch because it was big. It was 7 by 7. And it was perfect. And so this little thing here comes. Now, you only sell them. They only come like this in these little, it would fit in your pocket, right? You're not selling these in big, like 100 packs that you put on top of your toilet. Not yet. Correct. We're not doing that yet. But
not yet. Yeah.
Watch out, dude wipes. We're coming at you for you.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right now, it's just in that pair layout. But the great thing about it is like I did intentionally design it so that way it's 2 separately individual wrap wipes split with preparation, so you can split them apart.
So there's 2 inside each of these.
No, sorry, there's 1 in each.
Okay.
But 2 per pair, obviously, like 2
right
wipes.
Because like this is a 10 pack here,
right?
And so there's 5 of these doubles, we'll call it.
Right. 5 doubles. Yep. Yeah. And you can separate the wipes, and you didn't break the seal. So that's the beauty behind it. And a lot of the races that we partner with, one of which, or the biggest of which that I've done a partnership with, is Cocodona, out in Arizona. And the benefit of going in leveraging these longer races is that they have aid stations, right? So at different aid stations, there's some that are just like fueling. But then there's some that you need foot care and medical attention. And so the great thing about this is that if it's just a fueling station, or even if it's a medical one, you can have it to the side and you can just grab and go if that's what you want, or you can clean your feet off with it. But at the end of the race, instead of investing into like those bricks of wipes, once you pop the seal on those, you probably have 1, maybe 2 days before the entire brick of wipes are dried out. So it actually is going to be a more sustainable option for races, because one, it is biodegradable, but two, if a race were to over order, right, for their given race, they can take these and put them back in their inventory of race products, put them in storage, and they can pull them out the next year for that same race or other races during the year and be assured that it's not going to be dried out. They can continue to hand them out.
Oh, that is the way. Yes.
Yeah.
Erika, do you remember the second thing we've ever sponsored? The first was Sarah Halleck. Remember, we threw $100 to sponsor her comedy night. Do you remember the second sponsorship we ever did?
The only thing I can think of is the Goffstown Gallop, but what else did we do? What did we
5K for Jay, and what did we sponsor? What did we buy?
We sponsored her. Like, this was a tiny race to raise money for our friend who had cancer, and we sponsored the race by getting a porta potty. So
yes,
2 porta potties.
I love that.
So,
So what are some of those, like, do you ever think about that? Like, could you sponsor, when you sponsor a race, are you like, oh, I want to sponsor this aid station or these porta potties, like these are brought to you by Bare Butt Wipes, and you can maybe get your logo on it or something. Do you ever think about that? Or what do you typically do? Do you just like send a bunch of product and it's out there on a table for everyone to be like, oh, I'm going to take this, I need it?
Right. Yeah, that's a great question. And it's something that I'm continually like developing. Just for being 1 year in, a lot of the partnerships that we have done have been like sending them just a bunch of wipes. So a lot of what we do is like partner with races, and then they're giving, when they give their swag bags out for the racers, you just drop a wipe in there, and that way every single racer is getting a wipe.
nice.
Another thing that we have done, and it's most recently, we've also sponsored the porta potties as well. And I think that's such an applicable thing. Yeah. Like, it's such an easy thing. It's a need. And like, you can easily like slap the logo on the front of it, and just, be the designated bathroom sponsor. Like, no one else is going to do that.
You're the
See,
hero.
I think that's where
what it is.
Theodore should go. And I'm putting my pitch in right there. Your bear's name is Theodore. All right,
Theodore,
Teddy
I
for
love
short. But that's where the Theodore logo goes, the bear. And it's like, get your bear necessities right here.
Yeah, and kind of make it look like, Smokey the Bear, like don't smoke in the park.
Yeah.
Yeah, you poop here.
Yeah. I love it. No, it's so fun because you can be so creative, and you can, like, those things, they just click. It's what did you say earlier? You're looking for that name that perfectly fits. And at the same time, like, sponsoring a porta potty station at an ultra marathon is perfect for Bare Butt Wipes.
Exactly. I love that. I do. And there's not a lot of places, except obviously the starting and finish line, they need porta potties. But they do have porta potties at some of these aid stations out in the middle of nowhere, and you're like, how did you get this out here? Bare Butt Wipes finds a way.
Yes. I love it.
So I have a question for you, Sam. So with the business being so fresh and on its way up, were there any developmental or manufacturing challenges that you've had to face so far?
Code Browns, as we call them.
Do you have any like
Exactly.
business code browns for us?
Honestly, not yet.
That's
I
good.
have not,
knock on wood.
Yeah, I guess the hardest thing is just figuring out shipping. Like, shipping rates are crazy expensive.
Yeah.
And you kind of get to the point where there's like really no way around it. Besides, like, obviously, like any brand, like, you kind of just have to push it onto the customer. But I mean, that can make and break a business. Like, you can have a quality product. If you can't get the shipping under control, like, you will lose so much money so quickly, because of packaging, and just like the U.S. Postal Service. And even with that being said, like I've had trouble with like USPS when I ship things, like getting shipments back to me or
Oh.
not the right address, and I'm like, this is this is 100% the correct address. They just that mail delivery man just chose not to deliver it.
Oh,
Like it,
no.
yeah, and then you're kind of stuck because you just have to pay for a new shipping label and like mail it back. And so then you're hit twice with it. There's just no, I don't know. I haven't figured out a good solution for that yet, other than what I'm doing now. And for the most part, it's not like a drastic change or like a large number of orders that are getting shipped back, but
Mhm.
that is a pain point that can be frustrating. If you get two in a row, you're like, what in the world's going on?
That's something I wouldn't normally think of for some reason, but
Yeah.
if that's your only problem, that's okay because
Right.
at least there could be solutions within it. But I'm so happy that Bare Butt Wipes is taken off and it's going awesome, and we
Yeah.
love it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never thought of it either because everyone kind of just expects to get free shipping now with the
Yeah.
way Amazon is. But I was just on Amazon. So, who's taking that hit? You are, right?
Mhm.
And it's hard when you're a startup, like you're a year and a half into it right now. And we'll
Yeah.
get into what that first year has been like in a second. But yeah, you're taking the hit or the customer's taking the hit. And you probably feel like you have to take it to succeed. And you're like, okay, it's $4 to ship it extra on Amazon. But then you got here, if you order over $50, you get free shipping. So like you're trying to find, it looks like a happy medium there to make it
Yeah.
worth it to cover the shipping cost.
Mm.
Right. Right.
Right.
Exactly. So, yeah, and I mean, I guess this doesn't help you guys, but I've even done like I'll do free local delivery. Like if you're within like a 30-mile radius of
Mhm.
me, like I'll do my best to just come hand deliver it to you,
Tennessee's
which is a
lucky.
cool. Yeah, exactly. Which is a cool little thing to do, to be able to offer, because I get to meet the customer that is taking a chance on my product that I got to
That's
create.
cool. That's really
Yeah.
nice that you do
When are
that.
we going to go on Shark Tank? I keep saying we, but I mean you.
Yeah, man, that would be cool. But I
I mean,
think,
you've been on Family Feud.
yeah, exactly. I think right now, Family Feud didn't take any part of my business, so that was going to be a hard one. But I think it would be so cool to go on Shark Tank one day. But we'll see. I definitely see the benefit that have come from other businesses, because just tonight I was cleaning my dishes with a scrub daddy, and I'm like, man,
There you
Yeah,
go.
they
because you
take it
saw
off.
that on Shark Tank.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh.
So all my research I've done was like right after you went public. I think you went live in August of 2024. So it's been
Yeah,
about a year and a half since that point. I know you said the hard part is now where you're trying to really expand it and trying to really like grow this and get the awareness, because people only find out about this when they hear about it. And like somebody, the way I heard about you, it's just word of mouth. Someone
yeah.
says, "Hey, you should talk to this guy. It's perfect." So what has that first year been like for you so far?
Man, it's been a whirlwind, honestly. It's kind of crazy, it is honestly very crazy how word of mouth works in the connections that you can make just through I put in a ton of effort in just trying to build the brand awareness in and of itself. But the amount of people that have reached out or who have supported me or given me like encouragement is like, I've never met these people, and it blows my mind. And for every time that, my phone dings with an order, I'm like, cool is this? Like something that I just thought of on a long run, squatted behind a tree. Now somebody is like paying me money to get something that I created, and it's like that's crazy. But like this first year has just been great. It's flown by. It has been expensive. So trying to figure out the proper way to like manage your money, what to take
Mm.
chances on, what to say no to. That's hard. When you're building a brand, you want to say yes to everything. And then you get nervous for like offering your product for like a cost to somebody, because you're like, well, I want to share it with everybody, but like, if I just give it away, then I
Right.
don't,
Defeats
I've
the
paid for this
purpose.
inventory.
Yeah.
Yeah, it defeats the purpose. And so, but like my whole intention into getting into business, which is this can bite me in the butt, is like I do want people to experience the convenience and the ease of like how great this product is, uh, which is hard. It's a hard mindset and hard to have when you are trying to run the business, right? Like you do have to be somewhat profitable focused in order to continue to provide this product for the customer base. And so, finding that happy medium is challenging. And I think, I've voluntarily made my plate full. And so trying to now, organize my plate in a way to properly, give everything the correct amount of attention has been a challenge. But I think that the beauty behind Bare Butt Wipes is like, you know, quite honestly, like I'm living the American dream, right? Like I was able to easily go and start a brand. I've been blessed enough to be able to just start something out of like my own savings account. So it's been achievable. I've done it. And even if this is as big as it ever gets, like I've done it. Like, I get the memory to always tell my kids, my grandkids, hey, I started a butt wipe product, and like I will never say what I think I've seen so many other people say is like, oh, I thought of that. I just never took the next step to creating it. And so, I think that this whole year has just been a year of like grit and grind and figuring it all out, continuing to do that, but also realization that like, you know what, like there's going to be parts in life where you just kind of have to stay relaxed and stay cool and just realize that like you're one person right now, and you can either, go out and spend as much money on marketing as you want. But then you got the caveat that says like, if you do that and it does take off, well, then you got to figure out, how to pay for that next run of inventory.
Yeah.
So
Right.
there's a healthy balance. And right now my plate is so full that what I'm coming to find out is just like, you know what, let's continue to just organically grow this thing. Cause it is achievable right now with the overhead that I currently have. And it's nice that it's e-commerce. Like I'm not having to go and, knock on these retail location stores and say, hey, this is this is my only source of income. Like I'm able to sit back and use social media, leverage relationships and networks, and kind of grow it organically, which I think is going to pay off in the long run. It's just a long term approach that I'm taking. And so that's kind of what I've learned over this course of year of just like, you got to be patient. I'm building so many great connections and brand awareness, and just be satisfied with that. Don't feel like you're missing out, like having FOMO constantly, because that I think can just eat me alive. Because I've allowed it to eat me alive at different points. But at different times you're hitting peaks and valleys, all at the same time. So you just got to manage it.
Well, keep doing what you're doing, because the word of mouth is getting out there. The product is getting into the right hands, the people who need it the most. You got the trail runners, the ultra runners, just the hunters. You've got it where it needs to be, and it's still going to continue to grow. So if
Yeah.
I'm just hoping that we can help build that a little bit, give you a little push,
Yeah,
pump your tires,
I
as Eric
appreciate
likes
it.
to say. So
Pump
I
the
we're
appreciate
happy
tires.
it.
to help.
You mentioned the dinging of your phone. Every time someone buys, you get a ding. So when these come out of the factory, where do
Hmm.
they ship from? Do they go to your garage and you ship them yourself, or do they get shipped from
It's
like
a
a
one-man show.
distribute some factory or something?
Yeah, great question. Yeah, I have 100,000 square foot facility. No, it is in a 1,800 square foot ranch style garage.
I love it. I
Yeah,
love the
That's being
story. So,
real. That's how it is.
so
yeah,
pretty much everyone can buy these online.
yeah,
I found them on Amazon and on your website. Where else can they find these?
yeah. So you can find them on our website, on Amazon. There's also Walmart. I have it on their platform as well, which is going to be similar to Amazon. But the most traction that I get is primarily through my website and
Excellent.
Amazon.
So
Your website's beautiful, by the way. I'm
I
jealous. I'm
appreciate
trying
it.
to learn how to build one right now, and I'm struggling. And somebody offered me thousands of dollars. Not me, actually. He was like, "I'll do it for thousands, 2,500." I was like, "No, we're in the same thing as you. We're trying to grow this. You're
It's
trying to
all
grow
out
that.
of pocket.
Yours is a product. Ours is a show. But
Right.
everybody just wants a ton of money." I'm like, "No, we're doing this out of our own,
Yeah.
We're growing.
what we got."
Yeah, you're like, I'm sorry. How about I give you a 5-star Google review?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to give you one here on your website after, because that's actually what I just read. You have 9, and after tonight, you're going to have 10.
Yes, I
I
hit
can
the
make
10.
11.
10
Hell yeah.
Double
Yes.
digits.
See, guys,
I've
just
even
be
used them in New
patient.
York. I'll mention the New York City Marathon and how they came in so clutch.
Exactly. Yeah, I honestly that is one thing. So like I said, I started my passion of running started by just being in the marathon scene. And this product, like bare butt wipes in and of itself, is I think probably really hard for road runners to view as like a product that they need. But I assure you that when you are trying to hit a certain time, the speed of which you can go to the restroom is fivefold when you're using a wipe versus using single ply porta potty toilet paper that you may or may not have when you enter
Exactly.
the
I was
porta
just gonna
potty.
say, you remember that story from a few years ago of the Boston Marathon pooper on somebody's
Yes.
lawn. That's because those
Yes.
porta potties had no toilet paper. You just had to do what you had to do.
Not
but
that we
so much
encourage
better
that,
to use a wipe.
but if you
in the actual
were the
toilet.
Boston Marathon pooper, it would be
Yeah.
such a clean wipe and a easier exit.
Yes. They literally would hear you coming past the Sitco sign squeaking.
I'm so clean. Squeak, squeak, squeak.
Yeah, they'd be like, "Oh my gosh, you must be a bare butt wipes user."
These are great, man. I'm so glad we connected. You're not done though yet. We're not done.
Okay, let's hear it.
We have a couple big questions here, okay? So we have every year we ask 2 final questions. I'm going to go first for yours.
All right.
Mine changes every year. And for the year 2026, I want to know, what is your hot take? This could be, it could be bare butt related. It could be running related. It could be that pineapple does not belong on pizza. What is your hot take? Give us a hot take.
Oh man, my hot take on 2026.
Yeah, that's the question for the year. I'm asking every guest who comes on the podcast this question. You're one of the first.
Oh,
so
goodness
set
gracious.
the tone.
Man.
No pressure.
I know, for real. I guess a hot take of mine, it would probably be here's I guess a sentimental one that I'm having that can kind of relate to bringing our conversation full circle and losing sock. I think my hot take would be for the year of 2026, making sure that every single one of my socks always has a pair.
Yeah. Don't sacrifice
That
a
is
sock.
harder to do than you think because
It is
you're
so
like,
hard.
They just get eaten by the washing machine. They get
Right,
stuck in between
right.
things. Like they get static electricity to like sheets and blankets. Like, oh my gosh, that's so
They
difficult.
disappear out of nowhere or voluntarily when you're on the trail and you don't have bare butt wipes.
Yeah. We could paraphrase, but basically it can be like, don't get a blister on your foot because you had to sacrifice your sock. Bring bare butt wipes.
That's right.
There we go.
I love that. I love that.
Signed, Theodore.
Signed Theodore. Teddy for short. TD
Yeah.
for short.
Yeah. Oh man. I love it. I do hope you bring that character to life. On like that secondary third logo aspect. You got
Yeah.
this one's beautiful. Like you did a great job. You really
I
did.
appreciate it. No, I think that's great. I had somebody make me a t-shirt with it wasn't the exact bear like on our logo, but it's a bear like turning around and the logo's smack like branded on its butt.
I feel like that's the one I saw.
I love
You
that.
probably did. You probably did. I probably wore the t-shirt or something.
I was thinking that, or like a bear was popping out of a porta potty or something, or looking behind. I was like, it was so good. It was so good. But I digress.
Well, here's an idea that I've always had that I'll share with you guys, and it would probably it's going to be a work in the making, but similar to Ketone IQ, how the guy that started Ketone IQ went to the Tour de France and dressed up in his bottle. He was a bottle costume,
and was cheering on all the racers, all the Peloton as they were going by, and got a lot of publicity. Mine is running in a complete marathon in a bear costume.
This
You'd
might be
fit
a
right
bear
in.
costume here.
I was gonna say he'd fit right in if you're running London, because everybody, like the charities out there, love to do costumes, so you get like
Yes.
the craziest things.
Yes, there you go.
Wait, what does that say? Who pooped in the park?
Who pooped in the park? You're reading a poop book to your three boys. They're in costumes.
That
They're
is
not
the
bears, but
cutest
that
thing.
must be a bear costume you have.
It is a bear costume.
Yeah.
That is absolutely adorable.
I mean, I would probably sweat through that so quick though. It's so hot.
We'll blow it up on social media.
Exactly. I'll run the Boston Marathon in it and stop at 19.2.
Yes.
There you go. We'll be there.
Nice shout
That's
out. I love
right.
that. All right, so I have my final question for you, Sam.
Okay.
We have, and I refuse to change this question because I am building something awesome, but we have a Spotify playlist and we like to invite our guests to add something to it. So is there anything that just pumps you up, gets you excited that you would like to add to our list?
Ooh, there's two songs that I would say by two different artists. There's I Like It Like That by Cardi B.
Ooh, we like us some Cardi B.
That's right. And then Run the Jewels, Ooh La La.
Ooh, one of my favorite songs is Run the Jewels. It's Run the Jewels, like that song by them. Have you ever heard that one?
Oh,
That
no,
one
I haven't.
pumps
I'll need
me
to
up.
look that one up.
Do check it out. But so, Ooh La La, you said?
Yeah, Ooh La La.
I gotta listen
That
to
one
it.
pumps me up.
I love me some Run the Jewels.
And I've gotten my boys to love the song too, and they're like, Dad, play Ooh La La.
Ooh, the one that I suggested is not kid appropriate, so maybe listen to that one first.
Yes, I should preface, I do the clean version with the kids.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right, I know those are usually our last two big questions, but there's two more things I want to say. So everybody who's here, my original question that I change it up every year was, I'll go creeping through your Instagram, and I made it to the bottom of yours. And guys, one of the last, it's one of the first videos. It's of the factory. It's of the process. Go check it out. Scroll all the way to the bottom to see it. It's super cool. But I can't let you go without telling us about Family Feud. You were on Family Feud with Steve Harvey. Tell us about that experience.
Man, did you look up the video?
No, there's a video.
There's a video. Let me see it. Let me get the right.
What year was this that you did that?
Oh man, this was 10 years ago now.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah. So it's been a while, but my family and I, well, it's really my mom's side. So my last name is Pate. My mom's maiden name is Peoples. So we teamed up with our second cousins who are Peoples, and we tried out. They came to Nashville. The production team came to Nashville for tryouts, and they're like, just be like as crazy as you can.
Oh boy.
And so me and my brother in high school, we did our talent show. I think probably a lot of people can relate, and I may be hurting some feelings because people that actually have talent, take it seriously. But as probably many talent show goers or attendees notice, is like there's a lot of kids that do the talent show and their talent is only good because their parents supported them in that. It wasn't truly, they're not truly like the best dancer or singer. And so my brother and I were kind of sick and tired of like sitting through an entire talent show and not seeing anything like funny or good.
Mm-hmm.
And so I told my brother at this time, which is funny because Lake Winnipesaukee, Jimmy Fallon's skit with Justin Timberlake.
Oh, the little camp thing? Like, oh my God.
Yeah, the little camp thing. So when we were in high school, I was a sophomore and my brother was a senior. And I was like, Jimmy Fallon and Will Ferrell had just done the tight pants skit. And I was like, my brother's name's Andrew. I said, Andrew,
I found it.
I think it would be hilarious if we did the tight pants skit in front of the whole school. He's like, and I showed him the video.
That song's gonna be stuck in my head for like ever now. Oh, I love it.
And he was like, that's brilliant. And so we went to Goodwill and found some like women's tight white pants and like it it honestly looked like a dickie, but it was like just a sweater, like the sweaters that looked just like it. And we scraped the song off of it, the whole like commentary and everything off of YouTube, put it on a DVD, and performed it in front of our school. And to this day, when we walk back into our high school, they're like, "There's the tight pants guys."
Oh my
Like
god.
all of our old teachers, everything, we are like community famous for tight pants.
All
That
right,
makes me
I
so
found it.
happy.
You guys want to see this?
Let's do
I
it.
do.
All right, let's go. Here we go.
Rip
Hold
the
on a
Band-Aid
second.
off.
Let's do this. All right. So this is from Family Feud. Sam and Andrew get into Jimmy Fallon's tight pants.
Whose decision was it, Robin, to bring? Who picked the team? You're the captain.
I think it was a group decision because they are pretty funny.
They happen to have a pretty unique talent that's made them somewhat internet famous.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, what is that?
Boys.
Well, we're pretty famous at our high school for doing the Jimmy Fallon tight pants skit.
Would you like to see it, Steve?
Hell yeah.
Oh my god.
Andrew, that was before twerking was a thing.
We made it a thing.
You also look so young.
I know. It's crazy what kids do to you, right?
That's awesome. What was Steve Harvey like, man?
Oh man, he was as easygoing as he was. He just came off. Is like that's how he is. Like cameras turned off, that's how he is. On, that's how he's hilarious. Like the things that he comes up with, you're like, it's like, do you ever watch Duck Dynasty?
Yeah.
The show. You're like Uncle Si. You're like, how did you just come up with that? Like it's just effortless. He takes the edge off. Like it was perfect. It was awesome.
Well, you have to
man,
tell me,
this was awesome.
Did you guys win? How'd you guys do?
No, so we did. I mean, it was a good game. Honestly, so that game was actually recorded at like midnight.
Oh no way.
So there's a lot of like laws and jargon behind like gaming.
Mm-hmm.
And so like you can't have your phone, like you have to turn your phone in. We had like 6 outfits just in case like we went to 6 days of the event. And so like you're put into a green room all day. They give you like the 6-inch Subway sandwiches, and like you're just kind of banished until they call your name. And even then, like you're not guaranteed to be on the show.
Oh no way.
And so so they like did a rotation, and like the family that we were playing had continued to win each and every time. And so finally they were like, all right, you guys are going on. We had been there for 2 days straight, like literally 8 to 10 hour days.
Wow.
And you're just in a closet watching run after run of each of these groups winning and losing. But yeah, we ended up, we like went to like the fast round or whatever, and answered it. Like we were 3 points away from winning. So
bummer.
It was a bummer, but it was like such a cool experience, and like that was worth it. Like just getting to do that dance was so fun.
That's cool.
Making
that's
memories.
so cool. I'll have to go back and find the views, but that's awesome. I did not know there was a video. That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Wicked awesome, as we like to say.
I know. I love that. My wife I'll catch her trying to say wicked because she wants to prove that she's from New Hampshire.
Yes.
She'll fit right in.
You got to let us know next time you're up here too.
Oh, I definitely will. Now that I know like y'all are like that close. Her dad was a cop in Lebanon.
Mm-hmm.
But he grew up in Derry.
Oh, yeah. We're like right in the Derry area. So yeah, he's in Manchester. I'm in Nashua, so I'm right over the Massachusetts border.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I go up to Winnie all the time, actually.
Do you? Okay. Well, her aunt lives on Winnie, and then her granddad lives closer to Wolfboro.
Gotcha.
So just like I guess around the other side of the lake.
Yeah,
it's a small world, man.
Some of my best friends are on Alton Bay, so right at the bottom of it. So I'm usually
so
there.
Fun.
Summer's great.
But this is awesome, dude. Thank you so much for doing this. It's been
I
fun
appreciate it.
connecting with you in the past year as you've been growing this, and I'm watching it grow. You supported our big fundraising night for us where we had
Yes.
over 80 products, but yours was one of them
Yeah.
for the New York City Marathon. So that was a blast, dude. Thank you so much. That was wicked awesome.
Yeah. No, I really appreciate it, and I look forward to continuing to support you guys as much as I can.
The feeling's mutual, Sam. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sam, thank you so much for coming on the pod. It was an absolute pleasure to talk to you and just hear all things running, all things bare butt wipes. I love that you're still doing this out of your house. Like, just you are doing a fantastic job, and keep it up, man. It's hard to run a business. Not that I know, but I can only imagine. But you are trucking through. Keep
It's
it up,
awesome.
man.
Like, he's got that huge facility in his garage where he houses everything, and he's doing this all on his own. So, like we said before we started, support small businesses. Not only is it like a small, like, this is a high quality product. Like,
Absolutely.
I tested these, and they work, and they're amazing, and they're just like the big box guys. They're just that good, if not better. So try these out. I'm gonna buy more. I do suggest you buy them in like big packs because that will save you on shipping cost. Because you heard the whole story about his shipping, like that comes into play. Like somebody's paying for it.
Yeah.
Like, is he just gonna jack the price up and have that cover shipping, or are you gonna pay a little bit? Does he take a hit on that? Like, man, you don't think of those things in today when we have like Amazon free shipping all the time. Like, the company's actually taking a hit.
Yeah.
So Sam's doing
Amazon
awesome.
is huge though. Yeah. Sam is he's doing it all by himself.
Sam's
good
doing
for
it
you.
well. He's got his amazing wife there from Derry, New Hampshire too. So
Love it.
awesome
Love it.
connection. If you're up here in a couple of weeks for some ice fishing, I've never gone. And I'm not telling you I'm gonna go, but I would love to see you. I would go if it works out. Like, let's do it on a Tuesday. You know? What are you doing on a Tuesday?
I love
But
how
hey,
your
Erika.
schedule's just flexible enough to go ice fishing. on a
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday day work for me if I just need to know 24 hours in advance. I can't just
There you
like
go.
get in that DeLorean and
When this baby hits 88 miles an hour, you're going to see some serious shit.
can't just go back in time to go ice fit. Like, just give me a heads up. Give me a heads up. But Erika,
That's fair. Yeah.
let's go back in time to 1981.
1981. It was a good year, I imagine. I wasn't born yet.
The USA hockey team is fresh off their 1980 Olympic championship. They're still celebrating. And on August 1st, what happened?
I have no idea.
No clue? No clue?
No idea. What happened?
MTV was born, Erika, on August
No
1st,
shit.
1981. And did you see it turned off on New Year's Eve?
No.
No more MTV.
Well, it's not like I watched it recently, but that's kind of sad. I
Right?
grew up
Because-
like after school watching TRL.
We would like
All
that'd be
that
the
good
first thing you
stuff.
do when you get home. You would turn on MTV. You would
Gotta
watch
find out who
TRL.
was
You would
number
would
one
you
on
vote?
the countdown. Oh yeah, absolutely.
You would vote. I would vote too.
Oh,
It was so good, like Carson Daly, and then The Real World and Road Rules. I loved those shows. I grew up on that TV, and I just want to know, like, I know in recent years you would hear about the shows they have, and you'd be like, "What is this? Is this not the same?"
Mm-hmm.
But like, what the hell happened?
I don't know. That's
How do you
it is
go
kinda
off
sad.
air?
Like,
How do you just?
It's the
I
end of
just
an era.
end? I know. Do you know what the first song that was ever played on MTV?
I bet I do.
Come on.
The video killed the radio star.
Yes. Do you know what the last
I've-
song they played at 11:59 on New Year's Eve?
I hope it was that. I hope it
was that.
Yes,
It was that.
okay.
But now, did you know MTV had a second channel?
MTV too. Yeah.
Right. Do you know what the last song they played on that channel was?
If it's
on.
different than that,
It's
no, I
different.
don't.
It's different. And you know it. You know this. You know this.
Is it
Come on.
bye bye bye?
Yes.
Yes. That's why I would know it. I'm a big.
They did a
NSYNC
good
fan.
job with that.
Hell yes.
Man, MTV's gone. Like, not that I would have watched anymore, but I feel like, you used to have the VMAs, the big music video awards. Like, those
Mhm.
were like huge things. I remember running in the Atkinson Road Race on 9/9/99, September 9th, 1999.
Okay.
And
we all ran the race. I think Rick and Dick Hoyt were there actually. 'Cause I
Really?
remember them being at one of those Atkinson Road races.
Sure.
And that was the only one that we all ran home to really fast to watch the VMAs because it was on 99.99.
How fun is that?
I
What
mean,
a
that was
date.
so much of our life. When I got cable, it was Prime Star, so it's satellite. Like, that's what we watched all the
Oh, yeah.
time. I don't know
Yep.
about you, but that was me.
No, I was a big fan. I mean, though, once they did start getting away from the music videos, you're kind of like, what are you doing? But I was a big fan of Road Rules. That was my favorite
Yeah.
of the
I
two.
wanted
But
to
then
be
they
on
did the
Road Rules.
challenge.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been so fun. Yeah.
Yeah. We should bring it back. I don't mind that they went away from music videos. Like they you know what they did? They grew and they evolved. They just at some point in the last couple of years, apparently they evolved backwards. I don't know. Yeah, so bummer, but not a bummer, not like I'm watching. And maybe whatever was on MTV the last few years, I'd be like, my kids can't watch it. But I mean, it's got to be better than what they watch on YouTube today, which is kids playing with
Probably.
toys. I don't get it.
Really?
Remember, like, they also had, like, Teen Mom and all those shows. Like, they were just relatable. Oh, I wasn't a teen mom or a teen parent, but all their shows were just, like, relatable with kids and people your age. They made movies. They produced their own movies. Like,
Yeah.
they were, like, one of the top channels in the country for the longest time. Remember, oh, my God, the Osbournes, when they had shows like the Osbournes and
Right,
Flavor
right,
Flav.
right. Wait, I thought
Oh,
Flavor
man.
Flav was VH1. No?
Oh, it might have been. Oh, is that still around?
Oh, I have
VH1
no
was
idea.
good too. I mean, VH1 became like, I guess I would watch, like, that's what my parents liked when I was a kid. And pop-up video with all the trivia
Right.
facts.
Yep.
And they would have like VH1 behind the music was so good. Let's Google this. Is
MTV used to do, or was it VH1 Unplugged? One of them used to do Unplugged. And like I remember watching Dashboard Confessional, and like they released a CD of the whole Unplugged thing, and I used to listen to it all the time because I'm a big nerd.
Yeah, VH1's still around.
How
Yeah,
come
it's
they
part of
made
the
it and MTV
Paramount
didn't?
portfolio.
Hmm.
I don't have cable. Do you have cable?
No.
Me neither.
Which
I have what's called Samsung TV, and so there's a lot of channels. So I can watch all the popular news channels like ABC News, NBC News, but it's always news. It's not like NBC, the major
can't pick
one.
and choose. Gotcha.
But like everything's streaming, and if you have like I have Disney, like I can watch ABC News and stuff on that too.
Right.
Yeah, we cut the cord last year sometime, so
I haven't had it in a long time.
I wonder if that's partly why like MTV's down. Because nobody
possible.
has cable? Is because cable's down? Is cable down?
I would have thought that they would have like bundled with someone, if that makes sense. Like Disney, you could get Nat Geo and like all these things together. So I would have thought that you could pop MTV in
Geo's
with
good.
somebody else. So
Yeah.
but I guess not.
Nat Geo's really good. I mean, that stuff on Disney is awesome.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
I do love Disney. Because I can get Hulu through there, and that's I can watch that on the treadmill, so I can watch all my shows.
Well, Hulu's going away,
What?
but it's just the name. The shows aren't
Oh.
going away. It's just all going to be Disney.
Oh,
Right.
interesting.
And speaking of streaming,
Mm-hmm.
coming out in 2 days on Thursday is season 2 of The Pit.
I got some bad news.
What?
I don't have that channel anymore. HBO
Oh,
Max.
we got to make this happen. Oh, you
I
do
think
like a 7-day free trial, or there's got to be a free trial.
Well, I can get like a month of it, but I don't think they're releasing all of the episodes at once. So
Well-
I might have to wait until the season's over.
Let's
And then get a
figure that
month.
out, and let's
Yeah.
figure out when the whole entire season will be completed, and then we'll come up with a timeline of when to watch it, when to talk
Okay.
about it.
All right, we can just
Yeah,
binge
we'll
it
have to
again.
do that.
That was good. Okay.
I did Google the other day though how to get Noah Wiley on a podcast.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm going to reach out.
Can you
I mean,
imagine?
What does
Oh, I'd
Michael
love that.
Scott say?
The same thing that Wayne Gretzky says.
Yeah, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
yeah.
I mean, how
That
cool?
would be cool.
Maybe if not him, maybe like someone with a smaller role, maybe one of the med students.
Oh, can we get the little like dude? Like I don't even remember what his name is, but like the one that all the bad shit always happens to.
I know the one who you realize is living upstairs in like an
Yeah.
empty floor of the hospital.
Yep. He was
Yeah,
so
he
cute.
got like peed and shit on so many times. Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, you know what we haven't talked about though yet is
Tell me.
Christmas. How was your Christmas?
Oh, I had a really good holiday. Spent time with some family and I had some time off of work, which was kind of nice. Like I got like 5-day weekend. So
Holy shit.
and Christmas Eve, I know you wanted to take it easy on the run thing, but I went on a Christmas Eve run with Tara and Lindsay and a bunch of other people from
It
like the
looked
Millennium
beautiful.
Group and stuff.
And you made content.
I did. I'm trying, man. I'm
You're doing great.
trying. Okay.
You're doing great. I'm
Thank
not
you.
no judge. You're doing amazing. You're doing something. It's amazing. You had a beautiful run. Like what a day. 2 years in a row. Because remember last year was the same. It was like
It was
snowing.
actively snowing last year,
Yeah.
or 2024, I suppose. And then 2025, it snowed the night before. And it was just absolutely beautiful. Everything was just covered and sparkly and beautiful. So it was
Yeah.
nice.
I went skiing on that day and it was
Mm.
great. You know, it's great with
must
the
had good
season
weather.
pass. You can go in the morning and get like 12 runs in and then go home.
Nice, nice.
Awesome.
But how was your Christmas?
It was a full day.
Oh,
It was
yeah?
a full day. The boys, everyone slept till like 8:30. Like we didn't
Really?
start opening up gifts to 8:30, which made us late getting to my parents because we're like, we'll leave at 10:30. That made it
Okay.
and try getting kids to take new toys and put them aside to go because you're not going to take everything in the car.
Yeah.
The boys did get. I wasn't hesitant, but I never would have just bought this on my own. And now
Mhm.
I use it more than them. I love it. We got a Nintendo Switch,
Ah, I love the Switch. I have one.
and I paid for this
Okay.
Nintendo subscription. It's $4 a month, and I just paid for 1 month, and I'll let it renew next month if I don't finish. I am currently like 70% through Super Mario World. I am
Nice.
further
Wait, is
along.
that the old one? Oh,
Yeah, Super Nintendo, Super Mario World.
love
I
it.
am more along than I ever got as a kid. I'm now learning like there's secret exits to some levels. So there's actually 2 exits and you got to find it. And
Oh,
not
geez.
gonna lie, I YouTube it. Like,
Ah.
where's the secret door? How do I get there? It's so fun. And I'm only playing the old school games plus Mario Kart,
Mhm.
which we got the Mario Kart game, and we're gonna buy more controllers so we can play 4 players soon. And I
Nice.
told Ashley, like, we need to make a reel sometime around the Daytona 500 of me playing all 3 kids and Ashley going like, "Will you just let them win once?" And I look at her and I'll have my Dale Earnhardt jacket, my Dale Earnhardt hat, and like big Earnhardt sunglasses on and be like, "What?
You can't let them win. It's too
No.
easy.
No way."
They gotta learn. They gotta learn the hard way.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's
they
fun.
have with that you can play Nintendo 64 games too. I had
Yes,
that for
you
a
can play them
while.
all.
I even bought the controller, like the Switch controller that's like the N64 one, and it's so much fun. I love
Yeah,
it.
I'm more into Super Nintendo. So you got the
Ah.
original Nintendo, and then you got that's the one with the original Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt,
Yep,
which you
yep.
can't play Duck Hunt on the Switch. And then you got Super NES, so Super
Mhm.
Nintendo. That's the one I grew up on.
Yep.
And
Oh,
then
I had 'em all
Nintendo
too.
64 I had, but like Super Nintendo is it. Like I can't believe it's 1990 like 3 or whatever it was. I thought that was around 97. Like I was 6 or 7. 6, 7 when that came out.
I like
That
snarfed on the
that was not on purpose.
Yeah, okay.
So
No, I'm glad
so
you're enjoying it. That's
I love it.
fun. Do the kids use it?
Yeah, in fact, it's kind of great because it takes them away from our phone and from watching like kids
Ah.
YouTube and stuff.
Gotcha.
No, it is cool, and we're gonna play more Mario Kart. I'm like letting them play to get better. And my sister bought them a game, like some farm animal game where you have your own farm island or something, farmland, farm village.
Animal
We got to break
Crossing?
that one open soon once I crush Super Mario World. So
All right. You've
Yeah.
got time.
So it was good. And we hopped around my side of the family, Ashley's side of the family. And then Ashley comes home one day from work, like her first day back to work. And it was only like 11 because it was a weeknight. So they close at like 9. It might have been 10:30 or something. She comes into the room and I'm laying in bed. She's thinking I'm going to be on my phone swiping. I was buried in the Nintendo Switch. She's like, "I can't believe you."
I'm glad you're enjoying it.
I was like,
There you go. That's perfect.
Yeah, but that happened. Everything was good
Nice.
besides my truck breaking down. My truck broke down, so
Oh, what
it's good.
happened?
It's good. 322,000 miles. First breakdown.
Is it still kicking or oh wait, that's
Yeah.
really the first breakdown ever? That's kind of
First time it's ever been
great.
towed.
Oh shit.
Battery died.
Oh.
But here's what's funny, and we'll wrap this up soon because our guest is coming soon.
Yeah.
I left a light on or something a couple weeks before Christmas, and it died in the morning. And then I left a light on again on Christmas morning, and it died. And I jumped it. I have the jumper kit or whatever. And I
Yeah.
just noticed, like, while doing it, the battery's 6.5 years old. So I've only had 2 batteries in 13 years. They both lasted over 6 years. I'm like, oh, I'm going to have to replace this probably. I said to myself, I'll do it on Tuesday, tomorrow, when you're listening right now, because I'm getting an oil change when you're listening right now. I was going to get a new battery. And I started it up to go skiing with Tyler. And it started, but it struggled a tiny bit. I'm like, well, it's cold.
Mm-hmm.
We're driving to the mountain. We're 1 mile from the mountain, maybe 1.5 on a dirt road. I sent you a picture of this, right?
You did, yeah.
I've sent this picture many times. And the battery light goes on, then all the lights go on, the radio kicks off. I was listening to Will Run for it. It turned off. I'm like, oh no, will I make it? I didn't make it to the parking lot. Tyler's sleeping though.
Oh no.
Called AAA. AAA's like, we'll send someone out there. So then they contact you by text. They're texting me. They're like, hey, we're 3 hours out, but we can send someone to try to jump you. And we're talking on text. I'm telling them what's going on. And they go, oh, that's an alternator. If your truck died while driving, it's an alternator problem. Your alternator's not charging the battery. I'm like, no, it's the battery. This battery's old. It's not holding a charge anymore. Okay, it's an alternator, but you know what you know. Okay, cool. I diagnosed it, right? This lady comes there in like a Hyundai with her 2 kids down this back road. And we jump my truck, take the plugs off, dies right away. We put the jumpers back on, and I'm able to drive the 2 miles to the ski resort parking lot with my truck, like with it on the battery. And I park in a good place because I know now they're going to come and tell me 3 hours later.
Yep.
So I know I got 3 hours. So Tyler and I go up to the mountain. We start getting ready to go skiing, put our boots on. I get a phone call. Hey, we're sending another truck. He's 40 minutes out. Like, 40 minutes is not enough time to go and do like even 2 runs of Tyler.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get our boots off. Let's buy a cookie. Let's walk back to the truck. The guy picks up and pulls my truck on his flatbed and drives us home. Tyler thought it was so cool riding in the front seat of this huge truck, right? And I put the car seat in. He thought it was so cool because the big window. He's like, yeah, it's an alternator. That sounds like an alternator. I go, well, yeah, I think it's a battery, but okay. My dad's then texts me, yeah, it's the alternator. My boss has texted me, that's an alternator. I'm in denial.
Okay.
This isn't an alternator. I know I need to buy a battery. So I'm thinking I need to buy a battery and an alternator and get somebody to do it because I YouTubed how to do it and I don't want to do it in the cold. I'm going to be in deep like $800.
Oh, man.
So now the truck gets dropped off and I have to now do a new AAA call because they're going to come and test the battery and they can replace the battery. AAA will put it in. They don't do that up north, by the way, only south of Concord. So that's why I couldn't have them do it at Ragged Mountain. The guy gets there. He goes, I'll test it for you, but that's definitely an alternator. I'm like, okay. So he jumps it. He tests it. And I'm like, now I'm just like, I've given in. All right. I'm buying an alternator. He goes, it's the battery.
Validation.
I was like this.
Validation. Significantly cheaper.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I'm like, I'm saving money. Saving money. When's the goal song end? I don't know. I don't know how long some of those are.
Nice.
But he doesn't have a battery.
Oh.
He goes, well, I'll tell you what. We'll set up a new call. I'll come at 8 in the morning. And he comes at 8 in the morning. He goes, let's test it one more time. I'm like, of course.
Make up your mind, you guys.
Right. So he tested, knowing I need a new battery anyways. And he puts in the new battery. And the thing was, every time we would charge this battery, it wouldn't hold a charge, so it would die right after. So we put in the new battery, start the truck, it runs, it's perfect. It's been perfect for a couple days. It's great. Then I made another trip back to the mountain with Tyler, and I saw Jen Smith.
No way.
She was there. And then she invited me and Adeline to go to Jay Peak with them and stay with them and bring like an air mattress. I'm like, are you serious? So Jen, are you serious? Because I really want to take
jump
you
at
up
that
on that.
chance. Absolutely.
I really want to take you up on that.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll come up on like Sunday night or Saturday night, whatever that Saturday night and ski Sunday. So
That's cool.
that'd be great. That'd be great.
What an adventure,
Anything else?
man.
Any last
Jeez.
hot takes? I got one.
For you?
I got
was
a
just-
hot take.
I do have a hot take, but I don't know if it really counts as a hot take.
No.
So-
just like what's right now? What are you feeling?
Well, this was a topic over the drive. So I did a New Year's Eve or New Year's Day race with Tara and Lindsay, and we were just chit-chatting in the car, and we were talking about doing races. And my hot take is that I personally don't like spending money on short races because you don't get the most value for your money.
I feel the same way about like a half marathon or a half Ironman.
Mhm. Yeah.
I don't want to travel to like Coeur d'Alene, Idaho to do a half Ironman.
See,
I don't want to
exactly.
train.
That's why.
Right. I
Yeah.
don't want to travel to Nashville. I would travel to Nashville for a half marathon.
There you go.
Like, I don't want to travel to a random place to do like a rock and roll half marathon. It's no offense, Pterodactyl or Katie, if you still listen. I'm like, what's the point of doing half marathons in every state?
I mean, that's why I do fulls, because I feel like if I'm going to travel, I might as well go big. But
Be
most
like,
of the 5Ks
oh, you ran
nowadays,
half marathon? Why didn't you run the second half?
Funny.
There's that comedian who does that.
Yeah, but my thing is just that, like, I don't like spending more than, say, like $25 on a 5K. Like, it's a lot of money, and what are you really
Yeah.
getting out of it? But
I'll do
people who
25,
them,
30, 40, 50 bucks for a 5K just to be with people. But local, like, I'm
Well,
not
see,
going to travel.
I will too, but I don't like it. I would much
love
rather
that
just
races are now
run.
doing. We're going to have a guest on later in a couple weeks where we talk a little about
Mhm.
Cape Cod. Like, you go, it's a
Yep.
weekend. It's a whole
Yeah.
weekend festival. Like, that's
See,
what I want.
that's
when I
making
travel.
the most of it. But yeah, it's I just have some trouble, like, $40 for like a 5K. Like, I'm hopefully done it pretty fast, and like
That's
doesn't
me.
last
I'm the
long.
one paying 40 because I'm paying last minute.
Mhm.
Gamophobia. You always
Yeah.
sign up right away. You're getting the
Yeah,
deals.
but they're still expensive. It adds up.
I got a little hot take, and I know this is a long
What's yours?
episode, so maybe it's good we're leaving these at the end.
Sure.
Dude, I am tapped out of squares.
Oh,
I'm
like
tapped out.
football squares. Oh,
Everybody's asking.
everybody's
Like, I did 3,
fundraising.
and then I'm required to buy them for my daughter's cheerleading team and all this. Like, the
Oh.
playoffs haven't even started, and they're asking me 2 weeks ago. No offense to you guys who are. I know why you are, and I support those reasons.
There are really good causes going around. Yeah.
Right. But man, the one thing doing this podcast has done, and I'm so grateful for it. I'll pump the tires for all the fundraising, but I am tapped out. That's my hot take.
It adds up real fast, but
Yeah.
we
Oh.
appreciate everybody who is out there doing the fundraising, because we know it's not easy, and you guys are getting it done. So
Yeah.
good for
And
you.
I learned that this year. I knew it going in, but I
Mhm.
learned it again this year. So, hey, kudos to you. You did your show notes. You did amazing.
I did
I
something.
said for realsies,
Woo.
and that worked. So, for realsies, keep it up.
Guilt is how
Yeah.
you get me to do things. Yeah.
Yes. And it worked for it's just taking some time.
The thing is, like, I don't post often because I don't do a lot of stuff, and it feels boring if I'm just like, here I am on my treadmill again, and nobody needs to see that. Who wants to see that? Maybe we can ask that in our questionnaire. I don't know.
Ooh,
Yeah,
maybe
put
I
an
add
extra
that.
section. Put an extra section. Like,
You know
what should 6-star do on it?
But you
on
know
your
what?
social
When you do
media?
content, it doesn't work all the time. But
60% of the time, it works every time.
you're doing a great job. Keep doing it. People love it. I love it. It gets good views. It gets good content engagement. You're doing an amazing job. But we got to go because very soon our guest for next week is going to jump on, and you guys are going to love it. I can't wait. Erika,
So pumped.
take us home.
Happy New Year, everybody. Once again, thank you for listening. We know we love you.
Don't fear the code brown.
And don't forget to stretch.
I said, I know I teased you. I know I teased you guys that we weren't going to have a guest.
Damn.